A lot of parents think that leaving a child in a car is okay if it's just for a couple minutes or you're just running into the store, but the reality is it can be extremely dangerous. So when we talk about kids dying in hot cars, there are a few things that we always think about. The first one is that it happens really fast. So the internal temperature of a car can heat up by 20 degrees within just 10 minutes. And that's even on days where it's not super hot outside. Kids' bodies tend to heat up about 3 to 5 times faster than adults do. And when children reach an internal temperature of 107 degrees or more, that can be fatal. It also happens way too often. 37 kids die each year in this country from being left in hot cars, almost always unintentionally. And the third thing is it happens to everyone. So a lot of parents feel like that could never happen to me, I would never forget, or I would never do that. But the reality is when people are exhausted or they're busy or distracted or have a change in routine, that even the best, most well-intentioned parents can have this tragedy happen to them. Some ways that you can avoid this are to think about keeping your phone or your purse in the back seat so that you have to look back there when you get out of the car. And also to make a habit of looking in the back seat every time you get out of the car. So even if your child isn't there, to just always make a habit of looking back there when you get out so that it becomes almost a muscle memory and you do it by routine. This can be especially likely to happen when people have a change in routine. So it's a different drop-off time or a different parent that's taking the child to school or taking them somewhere else. So pay special attention if you know that your routine is going to be a little bit different that day. If you come across a child in a hot car, don't wait more than a couple of minutes before calling 911 for help. If the child seems like they're not responsive or they're distressed at all, break the window and get that child out and cool them down. If the child is responding normally and seems okay, you can wait for help to arrive, but don't wait more than a few minutes before attempting to get the child out of the car. Then we also want to make a special note about pets. This applies to pets too, and a lot of people like to take their dog with them, especially when they go and do errands or go around town. Dogs have died in cars after being left in there in temperatures that are only in the 60s, so it doesn't have to be really hot for this to happen. And just like kids, pets can heat up super quickly and can die really fast